We met on Roblox, got married. Then I discovered his double life. If someone had told me 5 years ago that I'd marry a guy I met on Roblox, I would have laughed in their face. But here we are. Back then, I was 19, fresh out of high school, juggling part-time work at a coffee shop and community college classes. My home life wasn't great, my parents' divorce had ripped my family apart, and my mom was spiraling. I craved escape, something lighthearted. That's when my younger cousin begged me to play Roblox with her one summer night. I thought the whole thing was for kids, but she dragged me into some silly roleplay server. That's where I met Ethan, not his real name. He was witty, funny, and his Roblox avatar looked like he actually put effort into it. We started joking around in-game, then teaming up, then spending hours just talking about random stuff while building our virtual cafe together. He typed fast, always had clever comebacks, and never made me feel dumb for being new to it all. A week later, we exchanged Discords. A month later, we were FaceTiming. And 6 months later, he drove 8 hours to meet me in person. The first time I saw him at the airport, my stomach dropped. He looked just like his pictures, only cuter, dark hair, glasses, and this smile that felt like it was for me alone. We clicked instantly. No awkwardness, no weird vibes. Just us. Fast forward a year, he proposed. We were that couple. Everyone called us reckless, but I thought I'd found my forever. Our wedding was small, a courthouse ceremony, my mom crying in the back, his parents polite but reserved. We couldn't afford anything extravagant, but we didn't care. We went home, ordered pizza, and binged Netflix in our pajamas. It was perfect. For a while, married life was fun. Ethan worked remote in IT, while I took on shifts at the coffee shop and finished school. We played games together at night, laughed over inside jokes, even argued playfully over stupid stuff like whose turn it was to do dishes. But cracks started showing. Ethan got secretive. He was glued to his computer, late into the night. I'd wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and hear him whispering into his headset, laughing in a way I hadn't heard in months. When I asked, he said it was just the guys. Work buddies. Late-night gaming sessions. I wanted to believe him. I really did. One Saturday, he ran to take the trash out, leaving his phone buzzing on the couch. A Discord notification lit up the screen, "Can't wait until tonight." From someone named Luna_kitten. My stomach dropped. I froze, staring at the message like it was in another language. When Ethan came back, I acted normal. I didn't say anything, not yet. But my mind wouldn't stop racing. Who was Luna? Why was she sending him heart emojis at 2 in the afternoon? That night, while he showered, I opened his laptop. I wish I hadn't. There were hundreds of messages. Between him and this Luna. Flirty, intimate, gross. They roleplayed together, not just in Roblox, but late-night Discord calls. He called her baby. He told her she was his escape. He said things to her he used to say to me. I closed the laptop with shaking hands, my chest burning. The next morning, I confronted him in the kitchen. "Who's Luna?" I asked. The coffee mug slipped right out of his hands, shattering on the counter. He froze like a deer in headlights. What? Why are you asking that? Because she's sending you kissy emojis at 2 a.m., Ethan. Because you're telling her she's your escape. Because you're married to me. For a long second, he just stared at me. Then he sighed, rubbing his face. "It's not what you think." "Don't give me that line," I snapped, tears spilling down my face. I saw the messages. His shoulders slumped. She just gets me in ways you don't." That line nearly broke me. I should have walked away right then. But instead, I needed answers. I messaged Luna on Discord. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I'd throw up. "Hey. I'm Ethan's wife." Her reply was instant. "Wife, wait." He told me he was divorced. It felt like ice water down my spine. What? She sent me screenshots. Ethan had told her he was separated, that his wife had moved out months ago. He painted himself as some tragic, lonely guy just looking for comfort. But that wasn't all. Luna mentioned another girl from a group chat who used to flirt with him. She said she stopped talking to him after things got too intense. So I went deeper. And what I found made me realize Luna wasn't the only one. Ethan had a pattern. Flirting. Late-night calls. Virtual roleplay. Promises he never intended to keep. He'd done it with multiple women. All through Roblox or Discord, all convinced he was some misunderstood IT guy stuck in a loveless marriage. He told each one of them the same story. He was lonely. His wife didn't get him. He needed an escape. The irony? I was the escape. The girl he pulled into his virtual cafe all those years ago. The one who left everything behind to build a life with him. And yet here I was, in my own apartment, realizing I didn't know the man I married. After finding out he'd lied to Luna about being divorced, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I waited until he was gaming late one night, his headset on, his fingers clacking away. My heart was pounding as I yanked the headset right off his head. He spun around, startled. "What the hell, babe?" "Don't babe me," I snapped. I talked to Luna. His face went white. "She knows you're married now. She knows you lied. And guess what? I know, too. About all the others. About the group chats. About the way you recycle the same lines like a bad actor." He stammered, hands shaking. "It's not like that." "It's exactly like that," I cut him off. "You're a liar. And worse, you're a coward." For the first time, he didn't have a comeback. He just sat there, staring at me like a little boy caught red-handed. In the middle of this chaos, something even weirder happened. One afternoon, Ethan said his cousin was coming over to borrow some tools. I thought nothing of it, until the door opened, and in walked a girl maybe 19 or 20. Cute, dyed hair, carrying a gaming laptop. "This is, my cousin Maya," he said awkwardly, but the way she avoided looking at me set off every alarm bell in my body. Later, when Ethan went to the bathroom, I caught her glancing at me. "You're his wife?" she asked, voice tight. "Yeah." "Why?" She hesitated. Then muttered, "He didn't tell me you actually lived here." Something about the way she said it made my stomach churn. I didn't get more out of her. She packed up and left quickly. But that night, I did some digging. Checked her socials. She wasn't his cousin. Not even close. She was another friend from Discord. And worse? I found old comments under her posts from Ethan. Things like, "Your glowing smiling face with heart-shaped eyes and wish we were hanging out RN." So not only was he sneaking around online, he was actually bringing one of them into our home under the pretense of being family. That's when I stopped feeling conflicted. That's when I felt done. The days after that confrontation were messy. He cried, begged, promised he'd change. He swore he'd go to therapy, cut ties with every single online friend, rebuild our marriage. And for a moment, a weak moment, I almost believed him. I wanted to, because when you've built your whole adult life around someone, walking away feels like cutting off your own arm. But then came the twist that burned away every last ounce of pity. A few weeks later, I got a DM from Luna. "I think you should know," he messaged me again. My stomach dropped. She sent screenshots. Ethan had reached out after our confrontation. Told her he was working on divorce paperwork and that he hoped they could pick things back up once the dust settled. Divorce paperwork? We hadn't even filed yet. I almost laughed, a bitter, broken laugh. He couldn't stop. He didn't want to stop. I texted him immediately, "Don't bother coming home tonight." When he showed up the next morning, eyes bloodshot, hair a mess, he tried to hug me. I stepped back. "Don't touch me." He froze. "You messaged her?" After everything. After I gave you one chance to come clean, you still lied. You don't want me, Ethan. You want the fantasy. The attention. The little make-believe romances you can juggle from behind a screen. He broke down, sobbing, snot running down his face. But I felt nothing. Not anger. Not sadness. Just emptiness. That was the moment I knew it was over. I moved back into my mom's house and filed for divorce. Ethan still messages me sometimes, begging for another chance, but I don't even open them anymore. I blocked him everywhere I could. The only reason I kept Discord for a while was because Luna and I weirdly became, not friends, but allies. She checked in a couple of times, apologizing even though she didn't owe me an apology. She was lied to, just like me. Last I heard, she blocked him too. Good for her. Here's the part one haven't told anyone in real life. About a month after I left, I logged into Roblox for the first time since everything blew up. Out of curiosity. Nostalgia, maybe masochism. I went back into that silly little cafe game where it all started. And there he was, Ethan's avatar. Sitting at one of the pixelated tables. With another girl's avatar across from him. I didn't stay long enough to see what they said. I logged out immediately, heart pounding. But that image has stuck with me. It drove home the truth, Ethan wasn't just cheating on me. He was cheating on reality itself. He didn't want a real marriage, with real bills and dishes and messy emotions. He wanted a rotating carousel of digital daydreams. And nothing I could have done would have changed that. So that's it. My marriage lasted 2 years. My Roblox boyfriend turned husband turned out to be an online serial cheater. I'm 23 now, rebuilding my life, taking classes again, working, spending more time with real friends. I still game, but never with the same blind trust one had before. Do I regret marrying him? No. Because for a while, I was happy. And I learned I'm stronger than I ever gave myself credit for. But I'll say this, if someone spends more time living in a virtual world than in the real one, don't be surprised when their loyalty is as fake as their avatar.